Yay, thank you for coming. So in this record, I need to emphasize the fact that SOMAS, MCVT, OGT is the only MCVT coming to this regional commission call. Great job, Azerbaijan. We love you. Okay, let me present the screen. Yeah, so this will be the special consultancy for those who come. Oh, another student. It's Sam. I don't know. Okay, so let's check in. Yeah, but because not so many people joining, so you can feel free to write down or comment anything or say anything, because this will be more about conversations and to prepare for you. Yeah, cool. So the topic today will be check-ins. Then we'll have Soga review, and then we'll have some talk for the insight. Like this one, you can talk more or you can type in the chat if you cannot talk. And then working space and discussion. Then we have the coach update and then checkout. But make sure you change your name so that I know from like where you're from, which entities. For example, I know Salmas, but I don't know Sam. Which entity you're from? And you're from OGT or IGT. Let's change the name so I can know. Cool. So let's have a check-in. What was your proudest moments in March as MCVT? Nice. Can you talk, Sam? Since Soma cannot talk, you can type.
Sorry, I was just going to like change change my name at all. Like yeah. I think this is a good question. I mean, I have like other sectors as well. Like I'm also like MCBB finance as well for my entity. And yeah, I was involved in like fasting and like co-hosting this entity finance board summit we had like last weekend, which was yeah definitely like very cool moments. Like good to be part of that and kind of to have the opportunity to share some finance knowledge. So for me, like yeah, I think that would definitely come in the like one of the proudest moments I've had like this month, even if it's not specifically for like GT. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I heard that a lot of people working in finance or mastering in finance so smart. So, and we have people from finance as well. Amazing. Because we only have 4 people here, so let's do something. GZ, as always, we say so proud of you. So proud of you. So proud of you. Okay, let's see. Soma, you said meeting with my commission, I guess. And we met, and then their motivation and commitment were really perfect. Oh, and it just melted me. Wow. That's why you see you raise good kids because you're good student here. The fact that you joining and also with Sam joining really melted myself as well. So proud of you. Okay, Nuray, you want to share my RSD? You can share as your JD. Can you talk, Nuray?
So yes, my JD for like, general my JD is coaching for the MCPs, learning their needs and learning their bottlenecks, and in order to like help them to support their educational or some practical need, for example, booklets or something else. And yes, in the March, I have worked some of the MCPs, but it was not that much, sadly. Yes, like yes, that was all I think.
Amazing. You also become MCP elected, right?
Yes, yes.
Ooh, can you share a bit about that?
Actually, I didn't think that I will be elect because I was LCVP in Azerbaijan. It is kind of yeah, I thought that it is kind of like hard thing to elect for the other entity. Yes, I am so excited to start my term. Yes, that was all.
Amazing. So proud of you too.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Wow. Congrats.
Hey. And for me, I think something I'm proudest in March would be I got a quarter review with my region office team, and I see the progress of the regions. And for me, it's very hard because I'm coming from AP, so it's need a bit time to like adapt and then also understand the context of the people. But then I get chance to talk with a lot of MCVP and MCP, so yeah, to prepare for that. But I'm not ready physically for Europe weather. I thought that it will be very cold. I don't know how can I survive there. But let's see. I'm gonna do exercise every day to prepare myself. Yay. And for those who celebrate Nowruz in March, right? Wish you guys very happy with that holidays. I think Azerbaijan and also Turkey celebrate that. Yeah. Oh, you follow me? Oh my god. I should follow you as well. I have like so many people follow my Instagram, but I don't know where they come from. So I need to follow you after this. Amazing. Being RSD helped me in my application form process. Wow. Thank you guys for the check-ins. Amazing.
In progress.
Now let's go to Soga review. So in here, I will present to guys the timeline, E2E approval in March, and also get insight. So if you're coming from, Sam from Albania, you from OTT or ITT?
Sorry, I was changing it again, like while you were speaking. But yes, like OGX for Albania. Yeah.
Nice. We have 2 OTT people. Great job. So you can think when I'm presenting the Soga, you can also think from your perspective, from the entities and also from the functions, the department itself. If you feel relate or some part that you feel like it's insightful, you can note down and then you can talk later or you can write down in the chat for me to know. Cool. So this is something that I got from Soga. The first thing I can recognize, and also this is the assumption from me, so you can also give your insight and input for me to know from your context as well. For example, in here we have OGTA timeline and then IGTA timeline. You can see right now it's April. We are in April right now, and we are heading to May and June. So we only have 2 months left to prepare for the realization peak and almost end of your terms. So make sure that you can engage your MCVP elect at that time, and make sure that you support your MCP elect to fight the good people for the good members of MCP elect will be your good successor. So that's coming from you a lot as well. Like you see the potential from some of the people, you can inspire them and like that. Now we can go to March. So this is the performance in March comparing to last March of last year. Yeah, as you can see here, we this year we don't focus a lot as a region to remote realizations. We don't have remote, but instead of that, we're more focusing to physical, and we are rowing a lot in approval. And I think the peak will be later bits, so that realization is like dropping. But I know that in March or in June it will be growing. And the top E2E in Europe, we still having top 1 that right now we're collaborating very well from OGT8 and IGT8 inside Europe. The key partners would be Belgium, Greece, Germany, Turkey, Hungary, and Portugal. And from AP, we mostly work with India and Pakistan. MEA, we work with Egypt, Tunisia, Kenya, and also Americas. So if you want to, if some of your AP in the LC want to sell to other regions, you can choose like pick those key players from other regions and then suggest to the LC. But I recommend you to to plan it so that it can be communicated well to other regions. Yeah. This is for MCP only, but this is also applying to you. So when you have the synergy space with your MCVP marketings or with other people, and also when you need to report to the MCP, try to report to MCP how you prepare for the realization peak, so we can got a high percentage of finish to complete. Second one will be transit on of the EP in your turn smoothly to your MCVP elects. Focus more on the opportunities of IGTA if you have IGTA in your entities to balance in S&D, and also finish to complete for OGTA need to be improved. Nice. And in here, in this SOGA, you will see like the gap of running OGTA and IGTA of the LC is very huge, like very, very big. Globally, not just in Europe, right? Globally, we will have the gap of 20%, which means it's lacking of opportunities, and they will prioritize the IR partners. So if you just randomly send to some entities, they for sure will prioritize the IR partner to achieve the goal with them. So make sure that you any times that you feel like you're doing attractions to the EP, try to target the EPs that want to go to some targeted IR partners, so that you can talk with the IR partner at the beginning, and try to market your youth markets to the IGTA, so that they can feel like appealing to work with you, and then they can prioritize you. Because as you can see from this data, a lot of people want to go out, but not a lot of people can accept like from IGTA side. Nice, cool. And this is some of the insight you can get as well. In here, the left side will be for OGTA, and the right side will be for IGTA. As you can see here, we have 33 not analyzing competitor for OGTA, and 35 not analyzing for IGTA, which means this one is the last SOGA, so you need to focus on this to see why people not analyzing competitor, and guide your MCVP elect to focus on that more. As MC, you need to analyze the competitor of the organization, and as LC, you need to guide the LC to analyze the competitor as well. Or else, if they have some strategies, and then they can attract your youth pool, and then you cannot reach to the youth pool that massively. Yeah. Conversion rates from OGT, we have 33 not analyzing conversion rate, and S&D, supply and demand, like 30 people, 30% not analyzing. Same for IGT. Funnel analysis, 22 not analyzing the funnel, and 33 not analyzing the funnel from IGTA. And in here it's very interesting because we have almost half, like 44 not setting goal with IR partners. That is from OGT side. And then from IGT, we have 35 not setting goal with IR partners. But I mean, it's fine for incoming side not setting goal, but for OGT side, it will be very important to set goals, because a lot of people eager to go, as I just presented. Yeah. And you see the connection, right? A lot of people say 44 not setting goal with their IR partners, and then main bottlenecks also supply and demand. Not setting goals, and then realize that, oh, this is my main bottlenecks. So this can be the lesson learned from the last SOGA, and you can implement this one and make sure that the MCVP elects and also the LCPP in your commissions aware of that. To make sure that having the routines, having the IR partners, IR goals, and then review that goals, if we need to adjust or not. Yeah. And also OGTA, you mentioned, like a lot of people mentioned that the second one, the third one is the member understandings about the products. So can see, you can have more campaigns on like ICOM campaigns for the people to share. For example, when OGTA members going to and doing sales, they heard of the development of the EP, or how marketing people invite the one who joined GT before sharing, so that people can get more insight about the product understanding. Also capacity building for the process of the sales or the process of the EP who gets through like apply, accepted, approved realizations for people to understand. For IGTA, it's more about process time. That's your IR partners. Yeah. And from OGTA side, 16 people put others at risk. As you can see, right? The top one would be I don't have risk affecting OGTA. And the second one is others. Means if we see others, it will be very diverse. I mean, because they cannot put into any kind of categories, then they put into others. And the percentage is very high. So try to see if you have any risk in your entities when running these products. Cool. Quality case as well. Albania and also Azerbaijan, you guys have ECB chair in the entities, or who in charge of the JD of ECB chair? Sorry, ECB chair. Because
Sorry, what was the question again? Was it about ECB?
ECB chair. Yeah.
Oh, yes, we have like ECB like in our entity as well. And I guess it's something else we have to start thinking about, like the pipeline for next year as well. So yeah, our chair is outside the entity actually. I just saw like a message in the chat. So yeah, I think at the same time he's doing like MC, which is something else to think about as well, because we put a lot of effort into setting up like ECB this year, and I would not want it to like vanish, I guess, like overnight. So trying to establish the processes there as well.
How do you feel about the synergies between ECB chair and also MC?
Oh, I mean, on my side, like I'm MC ECB responsible, and like yeah, I couldn't be happier, to be honest. Like definitely have felt like a lot of like support and like cooperation like with our ECB chair. I think she has been like really good like during the term. I think because like I recruited her and everything, so it's I think like on my side, like I'm definitely like very happy with it, and but I think like just the work needs to be put in to ensure that it's not just like a 1 year thing, and it's not just like one person who is like driving the ECB forwards, that is like there as an institution as well. I think that's also important.
Yeah, education. That's also the point that I want to say to you guys, that make sure you have the good synergies, and I can see like good synergies between ECB responsible and MC team as well from Azerbaijan, because we need to make sure that the commission know how to handle the cases, not just like, oh, when we have the cases we're so panicking and we report everything to the ECB and that's it, we don't know anything else. Then people will feel this risk is so unknown. I mean, they are so scared of this risk, and the way they sell to the people is not that confident. So we need to make sure that the understanding of the people about quality case is well established. Nice. From OGT 8, we say we need to improve on apply to accepted. A lot of you guys say 50, 50, 51 saying that sign up to apply, and like majority saying that sign up to apply and apply to accepted. How do you guys think based on your entity's context, and how do you guys try to improve that as well? Any solutions you guys can share? We can learn.
I think this is definitely like a thing with us, like that we've like struggled with before. I think it does not feel like as big a concern to me personally, because I spend a lot of time like comparing it to a global volunteer, which I think is a much like much more difficult time, like sign up to applied than we do in like GT. Like I think we do have a fair number of natural applicants. So yeah, a lot of the time I end up like comparing it to global volunteer, and I see like much worse like conversion rates there. So it's not like as big of a a concern to me. But I think like the only reason is I feel this way is because of like the natural applicants that we have at the moment, and there's definitely like a need to drive it forwards and yeah, ensure that like whatever numbers we are getting, like they are not just you know natural applicants leading to a sense of I guess like false confidence, like especially like amongst the commission, that they recognize that there is more that they can do and like more that they need to do in terms of like GT to help find the right connections. And I think if you are in a situation where you have these natural applicants, then the applied to accepted is always going to be like very low and like a definitely like a problem we've encountered like inside of the entity. So we are trying to like improve how we communicate with the EPs like upon like sign up and like helping them to find the right opportunities and doing more to guide them towards things that fits their CV and coming up with like the appropriate like tools and education materials to ensure that the profiles like as applicants are better for the opportunities they're applying for.
Okay. So I also say same. We have low apply to accepted. Currently, we're trying to do a apply process with other entities. We make sure that company will accept this EP. Then we make the EP apply on expert. Oh, this smart, which really increased our rate recently. The same with same actually from the national sign up side. Okay. Have you guys ever tried having criteria for your LCVP to educate to the sales people to support the EP, preparing the CV, preparing for the interview? I mean, building the capacity for the EP.
I think it's something we're trying to do at the moment. Like I make a point to get like the LCVPs to ask in the debrief spaces like upon every return to the entity about like is there anything we can like any GCPs or anything we can take from like your application process that potentially other EPs can use to get accepted into similar opportunities. And at the moment we're in the process of like me my EST like working on like CV guides that EPs can use to get accepted. But I think there's only so much we could do, and at a certain point it really comes down to like try to help EPs like find opportunities they will actually like get accepted to in this case, which means better communication and like working on like the initial stages of the communication with EP to ensure that it's like they are just applying to whatever country like they feel like, and they are a bit more targeted in that sense.
Understand. Okay, Azerbaijan have the national education cycle based on that. Great. We education on that in this Sunday. Wow. On our summit as well. We do kind of workshop deliver to your members or to the EP, to the member, right? Great. Amazing. I remember the way I improve the conversion rate from applied to accepted would be train the trainer. I mean, educate my members in the commissions to become leaders and trainer to the EP. So they treat the EPs like their members. Like they sit down with the EP and they sit down and then they review the entire CV, talking, like giving the insight from the company as well. So it's also save time from the company. Sometimes we invite the company people to come when we gather enough like CV, and then we invite people to come and deliver some kind of capacity building for the EP as well. Just to make sure that they will have the qualified pool of candidates. Nice. Yeah. How about talking with IR partners? Have you ever have the conversation with your IR partner to discuss about how to improve the percentage, the conversion rate from applied to accepted from both sides, from OGX and IGX, I think. Because that is something you guys want in common, right? Both sides you need to improve on applied to accepted.
I'll be honest, like a lot of our focus, like at least in Albania, like the past the month or two has mainly been like on the GV, like partner side for the Summit Peak. So we have not had like as much time to focus on like GT, like as much as I would like. But I think that I think last semester was definitely like a bit of a learning curve for us. Where we had not resumed GV and we're focusing a lot more on GT and coming to realize that some of the problems that can come up with applying to these other countries that are not partners and the sort of things that can go wrong. So I think it's definitely like guided our process a lot more to partners like this semester, just through like learning from some of the mistakes, like some of the partners that like we had down like last semester, and they were not they're not necessarily like applicable to the kind of EP profiles that we had. So I think that through that, like we've gained like a lot more insights, and hopefully that should guide us like better, like in this semester when talking about like the GT partners. But yeah, I think there's more that we can do to like kind of hone in on the kind of opportunities and EPs that like these partners are looking for. I think it's also just a case of finding the right questions to ask to like really guide the conversation. Because I mean, if I was like a VP IGT, I think I would struggle to like condense like all of the advice and learnings I'd had from like watching people apply just into like one or two sentences. I think that like there is a lot of differences between certain opportunities that need to be taken into account. So yeah, I think sometimes I do worry about like if I'm asking like the relevant questions or the right questions to properly like get the right insights from these
Now she
partners.
can because of it. Tier 5 is just 3 years.
You handling OGX, right? Both GV, GT.
Yeah, all of the products basically. So I had to think about like kind of both sides at once.
Understand. You run GTE as well?
Yes, and actually like GT is being quite like strong for us. Like my country is very close to Turkey, so we have quite a lot of like people connections in Turkey. Like and since there are a lot of like teaching opportunities there already, like we have had like a good success in the past because of that.
How's the priorities of you going? Like GV first, right? And then GTA and then GTE.
At least for this summer peak, like we are putting GV as like more of a focus. Because we have resumed, and it's kind of, I guess, to kind of inspire the network like towards this product like more than they are at the moment. Like and I think we are confident that like GTA and GT will like continue to be relevant around, but it's like this might be like as a so for us like we a little like more of a focus at the moment. I think like position more towards like continuous like
Understand. And you need to lead 3 commissions, or the same go with you in the LC, like one LCVP will handle OGX.
Sorry, what was the question? I disconnected for a moment.
I mean the same go with you in the LC, one LCVP OGX handling 3 products in the LC, or
So
3 commissions.
At the moment they've tried to like this year they separated it like thankfully, so there is like independent like VPs for OGB, OG and OGT. So yeah, luckily like there is a separation on the OC level, which is I think it's good. Like it gives them more like freedom to invest into like interact with their like specific products.
How about Solman? You need to lead two commission, right? GTA and GTE, or one LCVP will handle GTA and GTE together, or you just prioritize GTA, not GTE. Also, hello, Alisa and Brian.
Hey, hello.
Hi. We're discussing about Soga and some insights. So feel free to talk.
Oh yeah, sure. I couldn't review Soga report yet, but yeah, like I remember that for the question, they got pretty important insights, I guess, really detailed insights for what I'm seeing right now.
You also handle OGX, right? TV, GTT, CTA, GTE.
Yeah, OGX and marketing. But really it's mostly global volunteer and global talent. Global teacher, it's not really working in the UK. So yeah, I would say just GB and GTA.
How's the prioritize of you? Like priority TV first or GT first?
I mean, right now, for the UK, GB, because students are deciding what to do during the summer. So GB right now is the focus, but in the past months it was mostly global talent. But yeah, just because of the uni timeline here, GB for this month and for the next one is gonna be the focus.
Have you ever tried selling GT or designing a journey of EP? After completing GV, they can go to GTA.
Yes, yes. The issue is like, I mean, like for us, as far as I know, and even during my term at the beginning, the GB experiences weren't really good at the end. There was always issues with the accommodation or with the JD. So at the end, the EPs were kind of detractors of the GB programs. Some of them are BPs or LCPs right now, which is not that good. But yeah, like that's the idea, not just trying to convert those GB approvals, or sorry, GB finish into GT approvals, but also into members. That also it's something that we're trying to incorporate in our reintegration seminar, or even promoting events as Student Speak Forum or any local event that we are trying to start or have. So, but yeah.
Okay. For the people who handling GV and then GT in here, I have the experience of coaching to my entities or doing in my entity as well, that nurturing the pool of the EP from the beginning when they are a stranger and introduce them as a journey. We nurturing them to go through GV after they come back from GV and then go back to the university learning and stuff like that. We follow up with them until they be mature, and then we sell them for CTA, and we make it as a journey for them, as a suggestion for them. Yeah, so you guys can also feel free to give the input on this. As last time I realized that, for example, when you use iPhone, right, people will sell you like a MacBook because it can connect it, and then AirPods, like some kind of like sub products of Isaac. So how do you think about this one? Have you ever tried applying this to your entities, like doing kind of synergies with your MCVP OGV, and in the case that you're handling GV and GT, have you ever tried?
I think in our case, our specific entity, it would be a bit difficult because we only just resumed like OGP very recently. Like we don't have that much pipeline to work with, but I think it's definitely something to like bring up with my successor. Hopefully be able to like take more advantage of like this journey and work with the results from last time and try to like it integrates the idea of like a journey in terms of the products they take part in.
Oh, right. So then you can put in a roadmap of your entities for that products, and then you transit to your successor. So maybe from now until the next 3 terms, it will be growing, and you can put credit like Sam. I got this roadmap like that. Okay. So may say we're trying to apply. Last week we got in touch with a complete EP from GV to offer them GTA or GTA as well. Oh yeah. You can also discuss with your MCB finances. You can give some discount to them, so that it can be improving a lot instead of apply to accept it, because they already get in touch with Isaac and know what's going on, and they have good experience. RLC are good at that as well. They have network events for that reason. They invited complete AB to this event. Oh, that's great. Amazing. So in here, we have the focus fields for the short-term and long-term durations. And as you can from OGX, majority of you guys from OGX and GT. Tell me, it's from UK, Azerbaijan, and also Albania. Which durations you focus on? Short-term, mid-term, or long-term? Long-term.
Yeah, it's hard to say a focus because like on each LCD rate is different. Their market is different as well. So like for one LC, they are doing marketing long term and finance long term, for example, and then you have another LC doing business short term, finance short term. So I would say we don't have like a proper focus. It's just up to like depends on the LC and their market. We're promoted everything in general just to get approvals.
Understand. It's based on your LC, right?
Exactly, based on your LC. That's something that we did with the last marketing campaign. Is giving them the option to choose what to run based on their market, because what happened last or in the previous years is they were let's say forced to promote global volunteer even when in their market there isn't like a proper market for it, or people is not interested, or forced to promote long-term global talent when they don't have a strong graduates network or something. That's why it's just like letting them choose what to focus, and it's me with ESTs tracking them. Yep.
Understand. But one LC, for example, one LC will just focus on long term, and another LC focus on, let's say, short terms, or one LC can have like diverse one.
No, they can have different durations. I can think of, for example, Edinburgh is one of our LCs. They are promoting marketing short term because they have an affiliation with the marketing society for students, but also they have connections with the graduates from the university. There's like a graduate society or department, something like that, and they can also promote long-term opportunities there. So they are doing marketing short-term and long-term in general. So they can do both.
Understand, right? Yeah, so thank you for the input. Based on this SOGA, right, you will see like regionally as Europe. For short term of OGX, we have majorities of you guys focusing on marketings, BA and BD. Majorities of you guys. And for IGTA short terms, it will be others as majorities, then marketings, then BA, and then BD. I'm really curious that what is the others as the work field, because if we put others, means it will be very diverse, and the majority of them put like others. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like just sorry, just on top of those others. Yeah, I had like a couple of weeks ago, I was just checking the others category on ISET.org, and it was mostly like some positions were about like being a bartender or being just like a receptionist on a hotel.
Bartender.
It's really diverse. Yeah, and I'm not so sure how is that connected. Like yeah, it's just like random opportunities. And
I
tourism,
think,
yeah, as Sam says, yeah, tourism a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, I think tourism is very big, like especially like I don't know, holiday season and stuff. I've seen it's like quite a lot like internationally, but I think in Europe as well, like tourism is probably like one of the big categories that you would get. Like I know when we were exploring like opening IGT in like Albania, like we were looking at tourism as well, maybe as like one of the work fields to go down.
Ah, okay. So I think that is the demand from the IGTA side, the company. Then how can the company need bartender? Thank you for the input anyway. Okay, I'm gonna look into it as well. Okay, makes sense. Nice. Yeah, and for midterm, same for OGX will be marketings, BA and BD as very big, like percentage. And we have midterm also 20 put others as a work field, like after marketings. Then BA. Yeah, so marketing and BA makes sense for supply and demand. And for long terms, OTX, we have marketings, BA, BD, and IT. But the majority of IT, they demand a lot in some of IT people, and then BA and then marketings. So that would be a bit a mismatch in terms of supply and demand. Like a lot of demand for the IT people. How do you guys sales or attract IT people in your entities? Do you have a university like specifically for IT people, or they're scattering everywhere?
I
Brian?
really don't know. I guess we just naturally have some like IT people like who sign up. I think it's just quite common for people to study it like in this country, like in Albania, like for career prospects and stuff. So I think it's one of the ones that are just like more common as a university subject here. But I think it depends on the country, yeah, like whether that is something that people study a lot at university or not.
Understand. Great. Got it. How about you, Kate? And Elizabeth?
Yeah, like from the UK, and
What happened? I cannot hear. Like something happened with your mic.
oh, how about now? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, like for the UK, and Sam will know because he was part of ISIC in the UK. The local offer here in the UK, mostly people wanted to work in London or sort of London job offers, or even Manchester, Birmingham is really big. So sometimes we just lose against them. Yeah, the local offer for IT here it's apparently quite strong.
Okay. Oh, I just know Sam from UK. How about you? Brian, are you from the UK?
Oh no, I'm from Peru.
That's why I feel like it's very confusing for me. Like, for example, I have some like my members working in the MC Turkey, and I try to share something in Turkish, and I talk with that person, and that person was just like, "What is that?" Yeah, a lot of you are crossing the entities. Ah. How about Somas? Are you from Azerbaijan? You are, right. Okay. Nice. The people who can get accepted, actually the one who are studying themselves. Oh, and have some experience. Really? It's very new. Wow. Because in here, I think it's very different from entities to entities. For example, in Vietnam, I'm from Vietnam actually. From Vietnam, people really feel like they need to have a bachelor degree, and also they need to attend university to get accepted. Bye. Nice. So that is for Soga, and They have bachelor degree, but in okay. Yeah, I mean, they need to be in that IT field to get accepted. They have that belief in Vietnam. Nice. So this is some of the insights, some of the insight that I get to you guys. Yeah, like a higher amount of entities running OGTA, as I mentioned at the beginning, than OGTA than IGTA. 44 entities didn't set any goal with our partners. 36 entities said that they don't have risks affecting OGTA, and others reporting very specific aspect of their reality. Improvement, I think, would be S&D inside the regions. Multiple different comments which represent the diverse pool of sign-up, nationalities, and visa processes. Promotion and brand awareness, altogether with sales conversion static. And it's also represented on the HR reputation for of the regions. Synergy would be with brand and marketing. Synergies for conversion rate after sign up. And there's a split in HR and managers depending on entities and LCR locations. Better alignment for both national campaigns and also local implementation as JD might change. And you can explore if OGTA and OGV synergize with each other. This is something that I mentioned along the way. And this is for IGTA, but we don't have like IGTA in this call, so I will just like be very fast in some of this. For Azerbaijan and also Albania, do you guys focusing on GTE? Because this will be the time for GTE, like insight. Wow, Alisa, come back. So much. You say yes for IGTE, right? Nice. But what's your priorities? IGTA first and IGTE later, or what? No, OGTA and OGTE. I know you need to type. Hi, Alisa. Welcome back.
Hello.
Nice. Okay. Call to action after Soga. OGTA sales process time management. IGTA sales process time improvement. Partner account management for IGTA and marketing synergy for IGTA. Have you guys do pricing review for GTA and GTE products? I think this one is for Sam and for Soma, because Alisa from IGTA. Sam,
wait. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading in the chat. Like, I think this is quite a funny one actually, because I'm involved with the Global Finance Board, and like it's something that we are like doing at the moment, like some kind of improved like pricing tool. So I am not like focused on it at the moment, like kind of leaving it to my successor, and hopefully that there will be like a updated like pricing tool to like use then, like I hope. But yeah, for now it's not like much of the focus, like the pricing review at the moment. I think I've compared to like other regions, and it's like it is fairly like comparative, so I don't feel the need to do so right yet, but I think like definitely I'll encourage my successor to do so.
Got it. Amazing. Maybe we can invite Alisa to share about IGTA.
Yes, we do it twice per year at the beginning of each semester when we do pre-attraction. And yes, basically we normally have a form that we send to partners, and we ask what would be the price that they would be ready to pay and such kind of questions. And then we just pass it to finance and legal part. And yes, and they are mostly responsible for it.
So they work with the LCVP finance, or do you need to align with your commission as well?
No, it comes from finance and legal sides first. Like they review by themselves and so on, based on what we receive from external information from pre-attraction. And yes, then just if there are some changes needed, based on these factors, of course, like firstly we talk to LCPs and then to LCVPs if there are some changes.
Understand. How about you guys doing partners account management?
In Portugal? Sorry, partners management regarding what? I couldn't hear.
Regarding talking and managing the relationship with the company.
Like for finance overall?
No, not the pricing anymore. Like we are in the box of partners relation management.
Like we basically work quite a lot with HubSpot, where we have all the information about partners. And then like since we have the open already, then we just do the kind of nurturing, but still it's something that needs to be improved, because especially if the open is made for the realization start like more than 6 months, let's say, in a long period of time. So we try to keep our communication with partner, like especially for short term, because the process we do ourselves. Partner is not responsible for doing the selection process. And for long term, it's a little bit different, of course, because they are responsible for selection process of EPs. And yes, then just during experience, we also have audio form that we send to EPs and to partners to understand if there is something they want to improve, if the exchange standards or partner standards were provided. And yes, if there are some improvement points, we try to improve it to align. And yes, at the end of the experience, we also have a form where we ask what is the general feedback. So yeah, this is it, and we also try to convert them to take reopen. I also started to track more specifically new opens and reopens, because before we were tracking just opens, so I couldn't understand if the partner was already taking part in our experiences or not. So yeah, I think this is main things. I don't know if this is what you wanted to hear, but
yeah, it's okay. This is the context from entities. Amazing. So how do you guys from OG like outgoing and incoming feel about the struggle of raising the percentage from finish to complete? Like, what is the struggle from you guys? Is it from partners that they are not taking care of the experience of the EP, or the EP having some struggle with accommodations, or how?
I can talk right now, I guess.
Yay! Finally, listen.
Yeah. So what was the problem from our side during the realization? So actually the EPs are realizing for the long term, and it's a little bit hard to track during the long term because like there is how to say change of the LCVPs from the term to term. But the case is that sometimes it's happening because of the IGT side. For example, last time our EP came back to Azerbaijan, but IGT side even didn't inform us about that, despite the fact that we were writing to the EP monthly. But sometimes it depends on the company, sometimes it depends on the accommodation, and I don't know, they can happen so much problem. It depends on the EP as well. So the main problems are like that for the realization people, and sometimes there were some cases that the how say the JD and the working hours were changing during the realization, and it made the people to come back to Azerbaijan, which was like so bad for us. We were trying to make them stay there and solve this IGT side.
How about you guys taking care of the state of expectation setting for the EP before they realize? Because I think expectation setting is also very important. If you can reflect on all the problems that can maybe make the EP unsatisfied or dislike, you can set the expectation to own of the EP first. Yeah.
Yes. For example, in our entity, the case is that OJT is new, like it's almost 3 years. For that reason, we didn't have that much of this before, and we were not seeing these challenging moments here. But after the realizations, after like several realizations, we have seen these problems, and currently in our OPS, we are trying to work on these issues and trying to set expectation based on these issues for like with the EPs. And actually, I guess we have seen the result of that in our last realization. I have preferred it from now.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, like last time, after we reflect on the problem of the EP that make the EP unsatisfied, also we talk with our partners from incoming side to see what is the patterns of the company, because IGT, they will understand the company a lot. They will know that, oh, this company, they have this kind of environment, this kind of culture, this kind of like thing that will changing like very fast. And we even like write it as a booklet for everything we need to set the expectation to the EP, and I think it's worked very well. And we lower the expectation of the EP to the lowest. So when it's just a bit higher, then they feel happy already. For example, we even set the expectation to the EP about the accommodations. Like it will have lizards somehow, somewhere, and then crocodile. I mean, crockett. No, that small animal in the kitchen. I mean, we set the expectation to the EP like that. And then the EP, when they go to the accommodation and they feel, oh, it's just having 1 or 2, it's fine. Because we set the expectation to them like we have a lot, like 10 every day. Yeah. To just lower the expectation of them. And then, yeah, I think if we work well with that expectation setting, it will be very, very nice. Yeah, for the EP. Cool. Nice. And this is for OTTE. OTTE. And then IGTE. Yeah, same. But it's kind of more flexible. And then the entities that running OTTE, like focusing on OTTE and IGTE, is not that huge as well. But it's follow the same pattern from Soga, as we can see here. Oh no, this is from March performance. From IGT, we really need to improve on the apply, accepted, approved. Yeah, it's kind of dropping comparing to last year. And OTTE is only dropping in apply and realization. Yeah, and for Europe regions, right? Our main our partners, top A2A will be from EA. Especially from Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, and then second will be AP, India and MOC, especially India. And then from Europe, we only have Turkey, and then Pakistan, Russia. Yeah, like we only have 2 from last month. And then we have Americas, Ecuador. Yeah. So this is something we can notice as MCP and MCVP that review the partnership and discuss growth strategies, managing communication with MIA, and find out possibility to collaborate within the regions. Because right now within the region of Europe, it's not that strong for the collaborating. We more about crossing regions, going to Egypt, yeah. So try to manage the communications. And if we have anything like to discuss, you can bring it up to me as well, so that I can work with other regional manager from other regions. Cool. And also something that we can notice from here is the gap of OGTE and IGTE is very, very huge. And the same thing happening, it will be bigger, even bigger than GTA. It's around 30%. And lacking of opportunities means that the IGTE, they will prioritize the IR partner more. Yeah. And as Azerbaijan say, this will be easier for you guys to move from apply to accepted for that EP, for those EP. So it's very, very important if you can set the goal with your IR partners and review it, having a routine for that. Cool. Same thing. But in here we have a lot of things, but I just want to emphasize that 66% not setting our partners goal for IGTE, and 35 not clear about the plan for sales, from OGTE. 50% not setting goal with our partner as well. Yeah, so we just based on the organic growth and organic choice of the EP. Yeah, so far it's fine, but then in the future, I think we need to establish the IR partners, so it will be more focused, and also it will be easier for improving the conversion rate. From OGTE side, they say 50% not analyzing conversion rate, and 50 is not analyzing competitors. And I think this will be very, very important for us to know our competitor as OGTE or IGTE, because it's easier for us to have competitor here in this field, because it's English teaching. Like other institutes or other organizations, they can do the same things. So we need to do like this one to see how we can stand out of the value propositions, like values, unique selling point of us and others. Cool. Main bottleneck to run OGTE. 24 saying that's S&D. 28 saying that's S&D from IGTE. And then sales. For IGTE, a very high percentage is for others, which means they have like a lot of main bottlenecks as a reasons. And then we have main risk for OGTE. They don't feel they have any risk, but at the same time they have living stabilities and also quality case. So the same thing, we need to ensure the education of the ECP chair and see how we can synergize with them. For IGTE, again, 33 saying others. Mysterious. Focus conversation to be improved from OGTE would be 60% sign up to apply. And then from IGTE would be 40 apply to accepted and 40 accepted to improve. Yeah, so based on this, you can see how you can collaborate with the IR partners. For example, 60% say that sign up to apply. The bottlenecks of them would be after they sign up, it's very hard for them to convert to apply. And we need to define the reasons, and then also collaborate with our partners. For example, last time when we run this one, and then we realized that the main concern of the people is finance. So we try to collaborate with our IR partner to see if we can have any kind of discount or any kind of campaign, or how do we do sales, and then can support the people on finance. And if they're concerned about the country living cost, we also talk with our IR partner to prepare the documents and present to them that this is the minimum that you need to prepare every month. And also you can have like salaries and how you can cover things. So we plan everything and we present that one to the EP. Nice. And this is for the insight in the LC. Do you plan to start OGTE partly remote in the next 3 or 6 months? From OGTE side, some of them say yes. Like as you say, 92. So it's 8% of the people want to start. But as I see the button of Europe as the regions, we don't really feel relevant to run remote or partly remote, even for GT8 or GTE. So it's not that relevant for our regions. And if the LC want to open OGTE remote, they need to cross regional for sure, because no one want to open remote and partly remotes in IGTE side in Europe. Yeah, so this is the conclusions. I don't read it anymore, but then you can check it by yourself. Cool. Yeah, for OGTE, it will be self-pick. Again, still we are in the month of sales, and then partners account management for IGTE, and then marketing synergy for OGTE. Yeah, this is all the focus after Solga, as you can check. Cool. So I talked a lot of things, and also we talked along the way for the insight already, so we don't need to have this slide. And in here, I present to you guys the ICOM campaign to boost the exchange. So you can check this link after this call. I'll send you the slide. You can check this link to see the ICOM campaigns to boost exchange. And you can align this one if you want to run any kind of campaigns on your MC page. Yeah, to boost the performance of the people. Maybe you can showcase the LC that runnings performing very well, or you can showcasing the experience of the people doing the products. For example, the photo of the people doing sales or consultancy to the EP, or company visiting, partner meetings, like that. Yeah, and this is something I took from Dash tool. So you just go there and then you can see. But in here, I put it as a slide for you to see. We gonna implement this one on our page, Europe, Instagram page as well. We try to implement the empowering youth leader for exchanges. And it will have 3 main scope. It will be learnings, inspiring, and performing. In learnings, we'll have learning booster, like some explanations or general knowledge. Inspirations would be TCB, story, sharings, example. And then performing would be the contributions. I intended to showcase LC. And I'm not sure if I will showcase. I will discuss with the team to see if we showcase the MC. Yeah. So I think it will support you guys when the LC see they're performing well and they can be showcased on our page like that. Yeah. So we have the guideline, we have the videos, and then what we can recognize. So you guys can check this one and then see if you guys can want to do the same thing. We can collaborate to do with each other. Like you can tag us or something like that, so we can repost. Nice. Also, we have TCP sharing. So you can put your TCP as well. If you find out that, okay, this worked out for your entities and you want to showcase with the plenaries, you can put it here in this link. Nice. And in this slide, I also put you guys some of the documents related to transitions. So if you guys, you guys having MCVP elect yet? You are having MCP elect yet? Albania have already, right? How about Portugal? Portugal already have, right? But you have your successor or not? Or still in the round?
Not yet, but my MCP elector just released the MC application, so I guess this is a good timing, because now we have to start thinking about it.
So in your head, how many candidates potentially that you have in your hand? Just checking.
Maybe one or two of my, maybe two of my ESD. I am not sure about like internationals yet. Like we'll see.
Understand. So let's hope for two. How about Portugal? You have how many potential candidates in your hand? Also, same go with Somas. Even though you're not yet having MCP elects, but do you have some targeted successor to be?
To be honest, this term, like our pipeline is not that much good. So most probably the MCVP will be OGX, not OGT. And for OGX, we have one person right now that I targeted, but I'm not sure. I don't know what I will do. Maybe we will return as an MC. We don't know.
Oh, you return? Wow, so proud of this.
It was a joke.
Don't say I return because I have no pipeline. No, you need to say like I return because I'm very passionate. I have a lot of learnings. Okay, great. Yeah, but to make sure, because like in here to make sure that you are 100% ready, you just need your successor to come to your hand and you take care ready. Then I prepare this section for you as transition preparations. This is I'm not sure how is the preparation, like the transition from your predecessor last year, but let's prepare from now. Yeah, like you can prepare some template and you can take this as a suggestions from me. I put the link in this slide as well. Just click to the link and then you will see like the MCVP OG, like O2O transition template. You can make those template and then you can design like how many transitions meetings that you should have with your MCVP elects, like that. And also I put the link, the reference links here for MCVP transition toolkit as well. For you to go and then you can go there checking the tab of GT, IGT, and OGT and then see. Like they will have some suggestions and you can based on that customize for yourself. I'm not this is just the expectation setting. This is not the new one, and this is not like the official one from any downscaling from AI or from regional office, but just based on my experience as the one who already experienced good things. So I just put it here for you, and then you can customize based on the need of you. Nice. And then here, this is also something like in the past when I received. So you can check and then see which one you can utilize. Yeah, and then last thing, come to actions. First, we still having marketing synergize. You can review the national buyer persona and then start some campaigns targeting new pool and renew things. For example, I think alumni or Chiwi returnees try to be creative and then facilitate the space for the people in your commission to be creative as well. Sell pick, improve applied to accepted and accepted to approved conversion rate. Make sure that they have the reconverting projects, because still when we do sell for a while, we feel like, yeah, we're lacking of the pool. So you can reconverting and then having some kind of project to reconnecting to the pool, so that we can convert. Maybe in the past they have some reasons of not deciding yet. Then now is the time for you to ask again. Great regionalization peak preparation. So we will have the regional summer peak preparation summit in 20th of May from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. GMT +2. So you can budget your time and join, or if you want to become my FASI, because I want to share something. I do very well in terms of preparation for my EP, so you can become my FASI as well. Just tag me. IR partner collaboration. Make sure you have the routine to review with your IR partners about some big, because how to say, because you also say that the inside that managing the long-term experience of the EP is very hard when we changing a lot of human resources in our organizations. So if you manage it well from your commission, from your side, is not that enough. You need to work with your IR partner to make sure from their side they transit it well in the commission as well. Yeah, to be the best for your EP. And talents, support your MCP, elect to share your learnings and inspire people to go for the MC, because that is how you have a good successor and you can prepare for the transition tool from now. Yeah, that's why I asked you guys like how many potential candidates that you have in your hand, because now is the time for you to share to maybe your commission or to the targeted people. Can have auto with them, sharing a lot about what you learn. You can reflect on that as well. Amazing, and that is something transitions and some big preparation. Now we have a coaching system from Nure. So Nure, this is your stage.
Hello, everyone. So I am here as the coaching reporting from the month March, and I'm going to talk about what we did in the March as an RST team. So RST mostly with GT and GB team. So firstly, I want to say April coachings are open. Like you can book us and we can discuss about your entity situation and your needs and your like bottlenecks. And from the reporting side, we have done with understanding bottlenecks, and we have collected all your needs and bottlenecks, and we have like made call to actions to it, and support you with the GCPs from one entity to another entity, and maybe in the some IR partnership and IR tools or some educational materials and etc. And other clusterize your operation and support each other. We have done all the IR clusterizations for the operations teams, and we have researched about the IR partnerships within the countries, and then support you on transition to the MCVP elect. In the next slides, you can see our booking links and you can book us because, and is in this calls, I like in not every calls, I forgot to take pictures with all of you, and some of the MCVPs have already booked us. And we have called about like your entity situation, and you can see I remember Isaac in Finland, Isaac in Romania, and I don't remember the others. And yes, in the like I want to talk about the next steps for the April calls. We can talk about your transitions with your successors, and yes, support you on the transition to MCPs because this is already your last 3 months, and if you have any, as means already mentioned about it, if you have any like transition tool or any educational tools, like in order to support you and in order to like help you to find solutions with your successors. And next. Okay, and for the this is message of the month. Like this is kind of quote. Your success will be defined by your successor success, and that's why we call them successors. And also remember to book one-to-one of the April. For the coaching books, you can click here for me, Mommy, Mariana, and me. That was all from my side.
Thank you, Nure.
You too.
Guys, let's remember this quote because it's also very, 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 especially very important for GT people, because we change a lot. We change human resources, and it's also confused to the EP sometimes somehow why it's changing so much in the Isaac. So make sure that it is not confused, the partner is not confusing, and make sure that you can make your successor success as well. Nice. And for me, in the April, I will open more slots so anyone can book me. Not just check here and then you can see only my coaches can book, but you guys can also book me. Nice. Now we can have time for evaluation because not so many people joining. So we can fill the form. After you complete the form, then we can say bye to this call. Yeah, let's take a photo. Thank you guys for coming. Amazing. 3, 2, 1. Nice. I will send the link and finish the feedback, and then after that you can leave. But finish and then leave. Don't leave because you finish, because I know that after you go out of this call, you will be very busy somewhere with your members, and you will forget to give the feedback. Nice. I will say a song for 4 minutes and stop recording. Thank you.